every time you see the scripture talking about testing, there's several things that are going to be tested. One, it'll be your heart. What is your heart positioning? It will always be your faith. Will you believe God? Will you believe His Word and what God has to say? But you'll also be tested in something called your patience, which Abraham was tested in, and maybe he failed a little bit there. He was always the father of faith, but he lost a little bit of patience. It says, by faith and patience you inherit the promise. And patience means to endure with joy. And let me just say this. In the midst of your test, just go back and read, and I'm not going to take the time to do this, but in every time it talks about testing, Bishop talked about it last night. It says, count it all joy, greatly rejoice. It always talks about your attitude. And the word in the Greek for patience literally means to endure with joy. I taught on testing before I went to Korea, and I had quite a test even on my flight where I was ended up being 16 hours delayed and all kinds of things. I won't go into all the details. But all of a sudden it clicked into my mind, oh, this is a test. And so I texted out to some of my prayer warriors. I said, I recognize it's a test. I want you to know I still have a smile on my face. Sometimes you got to choose into. See, if it's a test, this is the thing. It means you have a choice. And the enemy always wants to say you don't. You just got to react. But no, you can initiate, you can have faith, and you can choose even your attitude. And so your attitude will be tested. Your obedience will be tested. Your motive will be tested. Your love will be tested. And so, Father, I'm praying for each one, Lord, like the fire that gets a little higher, it comes off some impurities, and then they take the fire a little higher of the gold, and then more impurities come to the surface, and they take it off. Lord, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times until the reflection of the Master is seen in a translucent release in the gold that perfectly reflects the Master's face. God, that's your heart, is that through the test, we reflect you more, that our attitude reflects you, that our obedience reflects you, that our faith reflects you, that our heart reflects you, that we do it your way. And so, God, your church is going to be tested. The early church was tested. Were they going to be intimidated? Were they going to give into a religious spirit? Were they going to let threatening somehow stop them? Or were they going to rise up and be the emboldened ecclesia the earth needed? Father, you've already promised to us that you'll supply our every need. And your promise in 2023 is you want to supply it lavishly. In Hebrews, you said, the great shepherd of the sheep will equip you with everything you need to do his will. So as we finish up tonight, just lift your hands one more time. I will receive from the good shepherd, and I shall not want. I shall not lack. I shall not need. I shall not be without or decrease. I shall not fail or be grieved. But what is going to happen is God's going to anoint my head with oil. And my cup is not going to just have enough. My cup is going to run over. The overflow, the lavish release is going to come to me. And goodness and mercy, a double portion of goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Because I'm going to dwell in the house of the Lord. I'm going to operate in the courts of my God. I'm going to fulfill my destiny. I'm going to be a part of the overcoming church. I will be a part of the emboldened ecclesia. I will demonstrate the kingdom in the earth, and you will bless me abundantly. We decree it now. Father, this is the year of the favor of the Lord, and we receive your grace to overcome, to rise up, to be blessed lavishly in every way that you have decreed, and we give you all the praise. Give a shout to the King. Thank the Lord and receive.